Hello and welcome to week 6. You'll notice that there's not too much for you to do this week because you're going to be preparing your roles of reading specialist for submission, and that is a major assignment. But you are to read chapter 10 in your text, post to the discussion board, and view these two websites that I've linked for you. The first one deals with selecting and evaluating materials, and your textbook discusses that a great deal, but this is a nice short article from Scholastic that will give you good information on guided reading levels, developmental reading assessment, and Lexiles, and how to find just the right book for a child. And it gives a very good idea of things that you can share with parents as well, recommending different books for different age levels. The second site deals with new literacies, preparing our students for using the internet. And just because the kids know how to play all these games doesn't mean that they know how to really use the internet and use it well and use it smartly. So while they seem quite computer literate, their skill level is really geared to the games that they play, and not really so much the educational value that we can use with them. So those two sites and posting to the discussion board. Then let's take a look at the assignment, the major assignment together. We scroll down, and this one is due on the 22nd. And here you're going to be discussing the roles and responsibilities of the reading specialist. So you're going to respond to 4 topics, and it's separated into 4 parts with subsections, and you have to address each one. Part 1, explain and analyze the school and district roles of literacy coaches and literacy specialists in selecting curriculum materials for reading and working collaboratively during a reading adoption. A, how can the reading specialist support other educators in selecting curriculum materials? Why is it important that the school and district literacy teams work collaboratively during a reading adoption? And maybe you've been part of a reading adoption, maybe from the point of the classroom teacher or some other role. And if you were, make sure that you reference your own personal experiences. Part 2, examine ways of communicating assessment information to various audiences and discussing the importance of family literacy for accountability and instructional purposes. So A, how would you communicate assessment information to various audiences for both accountability and instructional purposes? How do you let your parents know how the kids are doing? How do you share this information with other important individuals in your school? B, what is family literacy? And what is the reading specialist's role in communicating assessment information to parents? Part 3, address the roles of the school reading specialist and the district reading supervisor curriculum coordinator during a reading adoption. Part 4, address the role of the literacy specialist in communicating the role of teacher disposition and student achievement, in designing professional development opportunities, and enabling teachers to become effective in teaching reading comprehension, conducting in-services and professional development activities. How can the literacy specialist help teachers and paraprofessionals understand the relationship between disposition and achievement? Explain the purpose of professional development and how it should be designed for maximum effectiveness. What can reading coaches and specialists do to help teachers become effective in teaching reading comprehension? If you were the literacy specialist, how would you conduct an in-service or professional study group for teachers? How could you best assist them as they strive to improve their practice? Think about the professional development that you've had and what has been the most effective types of professional development Is it when it's done on a Wednesday afternoon when kids are let out early from school? Is it done better on a Saturday? Is it better if you get paid to attend professional development or you receive some kind of credit for being there? Is it better when it's done off-site? Think about the different parameters that one might have in the best of all possible situations and how you could best arrange that to take place. So we're thinking in two ways here: what's very real and what we know happens in our schools, and if we had the power as a reading coach or specialist and we could arrange this the way we think should be done, what would we do? Okay, so that's your last major assignment, so I'm expecting something wonderful again from each of you. Think about this. Think about if you have questions, concerns, and get back to me and I will clarify what needs to be clarified. Thank you again and have a great week.